Read.
Prepare slaughter.
What did the Lord say?
Prepare slaughter.
Prepare slaughter. Read.
For his children.
For his what?
For his children.
Because didn't we have to get paid, punished for what our forefathers did? Don't we still pay for it to this day? Is it so? It's that be unfair for God to make His chosen people go through it and not let them taste of it? You guys read the Bible? I want to know the Bible. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Read.
Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 4.
What's going on, dude? Read the Bible? You believe in God? You don't? Let me ask you something, though. Let me get that conversation. I want to ask you something.
What's up?
1 minute. Now, where are you from?
Right here.
Are you a native Indian that's there?
Half Dominican.
Your father Dominican?
My mother's Dominican.
And what's your dad?
My dad is from here, from Fort Lauderdale, Caucasian. Yeah.
Now, you seem like an educator. What's your name? What's your name?
My name's Alex.
Huh?
Alex.
Alex looks like you're an educated man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You aware of what's going on.
I would like to say I am.
Now, I would like to believe you're a man of justice, right? You're a man that's fair. You believe in justice?
Yeah.
Having justice being fair?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about what happened to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that was raped, robbed, and destroyed in the Western Hemisphere? You think it's messed up?
Yeah, of course.
Now, personally, how do you feel about it?
I think we should do something about it.
You think we should do something about it?
Yeah.
And I like that response that you give because not too many people of your nation is honest and say something like that. Now, let me show you something through the scriptures because I believe in the Bible. I like to reference what I say throughout the Bible. Because what you said is actually biblical, and I want to show you that. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Let me show you something.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6.
Read.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with God.
The Lord said this is beautiful to him. This is right. Read.
To recompense tribulation.
To do what?
To recompense tribulation.
What does recompense mean to you, Alex? Come on, we're not going to do nothing to you. What does recompense mean to you? Yeah.
Recompense?
Right. What does recompense mean? It means payback. It means vengeance. It makes things even, Steven.
Yeah.
Read.
To recompense tribulation.
Read.
To them that trouble thee.
He say it's good. It's a beautiful thing. To get payback is vengeance for the people who rape, rob, murder, and destroy you. Do you believe? Do you agree with that so far?
I do.
Now, what do you think should happen to you?
To me?
Yeah. What do you think should happen to you? Well, you said that you agree up to this point. What should happen to you? Can I show you what?
What do you think should happen?
I don't want to tell you what I think. I want to show you what God says should happen.
I just want to remind you, I was raised Christian up until 16, and that's when I decided I don't believe in God. I went to church every Sunday.
I don't blame you.
And Wednesday I was confirmed as well. It took me a long time to get to the point of my view at this point. And I've gone through this before where people have asked me all this stuff. So you can say what you believe what God says. And I respect your views because I respect everybody's views. Everybody has their point of view. Everybody has their beliefs. And I respect that 100%. Me personally, you can tell me what God says in the Bible. I don't believe.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is going to be something different. Because I didn't grow up in the church. I didn't grow up in religion. My family, from my great-great-grandfather, do voodoo. So I didn't know the Bible coming into this truth. Now, I'm going to read a verse and you explain it to us. What God is saying. Okay. Because you agree that there should be payback and vengeance, right? Yeah. Revelation 13, verse 9 to 10. I'm going to read it piece by piece, and you're going to explain it to us. Because you got the descendants of those people.
I just want to remind you, you're going to tell me what God said. I don't think God said that.
No, just give us an interpretation,
go
all right?
Go for it.
All right, cool. Read.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 9.
Read.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
You got it. Yeah. What does that mean?
If any man has an ear, let him hear.
Basically, listen, pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay, read.
He that leadeth into captivity.
He that what?
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
What does that mean?
He that leadeth into captivity shall be in captivity. I don't know.
I'm going to read it again.
Go.
Read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Before I explain it, is your friends? Brother, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
You want to give it a shot?
Ephraim.
Ephraim? You Puerto Rican? Or you Puerto Rican? According to the Bible, you're my hermano. We're familiar, man.
Why is it Ephraim there?
Oh, let me explain this to you. Well, first, let me finish with him, and then I'm going to come right to you. All right, brother? Now, according to the scripture, he said that whoever puts somebody in slavery, if you have put somebody in slavery, which you agree, the forefathers did this to us, Christ says this has to happen to you now. Read. Read.
He that killeth with the sword.
Gun down the children of God.
must be killed with the sword.
What does that mean?
So you're saying that my ancestors killed your people, so I must be, my people must not be killed.
Must be killed, and not only that, what it is, does it say? He that leadeth to captivity?
Yeah,
show what?
Shall be put in captivity.
So isn't that even Stephen right there? Because you said it earlier.
I mean, I also believe that
we did it. We went through it.
A lot of fucked up shit happened throughout history to many people.
But hold on.
Of course, no.
No, this is between me and you.
Of course.
Now, is this fair?
This also happened to the Jewish people, but the Jewish people aren't reaching
Hold up. You're right. They're the Jewish. Those are not the children of God. We're the children of God according to the Bible and history.
That's right.
Now, what I'm asking, hold up. Because you seem like you're an honest person up until now. Yeah. So let's keep it honest.
Okay.
Now, up until this point, you agreed about justice, right? Do you agree this should be the recompense or the reward for the so-called white man for what they did to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Yes or no? I'm not dealing with everybody else.
You're saying
between
that
my
God
people
said
and your
this?
people.
You're saying that God
I'm saying Christ said that.
Christ said that. I also don't believe what
Do you
Christ
agree with the
said.
text?
I do not believe with
You don't agree with it? All right, cool. Ephraim, according to the Bible, what we come out here to do is teach you, according to the scriptures, that you're the children of God. You're the chosen people of the Most High God. There's another boy, you call Indian right behind you right now. Right. That's how you know Indian right behind you.
Why isn't it one of the tribes though?
Let me show you according to the scriptures. Give me Exodus 1:1 first.
Bring it out,
because it's more than one tribe. The so-called Haitians are the tribe of Levi. The so-called Native Americans is the tribe of Gad. The Seminole Indians is the tribe of Reuben. So you have more people that make up your family. Let's read that real quick.
Exodus chapter 1 verse 1.
Come on, read.
Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt.
Read.
Every man and his household came with Jacob.
Read.
Reuben.
Who?
Reuben.
Who?
Reuben.
Reuben, the Seminole Indians right here. Read.
Simeon.
Dominicans.
Levi.
Haitians.
And Judah.
So-called black Americans. Let's go down the list.
Issachar.
Read.
Zebulun.
Read.
And Benjamin.
Read.
Dan.
Read.
And Naphtali.
Read.
Gad.
Read.
And Asher.
Read.
And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob.
Ephraim is one of the sons of Israel, right? He descended from his son Joseph. Now let me show you according to the Bible how I know you're an Israelite. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15, drop down to verse 47. I'm gonna show you. Because you so-called Puerto Ricans gotta wake up. I was in Puerto Rico last year, December. Y'all gotta wake up and come back and keep God's commandments. I know you're awake. I can see you. You're not my dreams. I don't dream about men. But you need to wake up and come back and keep God's commandments. That's what you need to wake up to. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Read.
Look, it shall come to pass.
The Lord is speaking to your forefathers. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Do his what?
Do his commandments.
If the boy turn their backs against God and reject God. Read.
And his statutes,
Read.
which I commanded this day.
Read.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Is curses a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. It's a horrible thing. So God said these curses are going to happen to his people. Read.
Shall come upon thee,
right?
And overtake
no matter
thee.
What you do, you can't escape these curses. So let me show you some of the curses that indicate how I know you are descendants of these people right here. Verse 47.
Verse 47.
Read. It's a lot.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Because the Boiqua and the so-called Negroes turned their backs against the Most High. Read.
And with gladness of heart.
Read.
For the abundance of all things.
Read.
Therefore,
right,
shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Because you didn't want to serve the Most High God. Who did he come? Who did he send to Puerto Rico to come and defeat your ancestors?
The Spanish.
The Spanish. Who are the Spanish?
Eastern Europeans.
Huh?
Eastern Europeans.
His forefathers.
Right.
He sent his forefathers to come to you. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Right.
And hunger.
When you gotta go from Walmart. Who owns Walmart? Who owns Walmart?
All my family.
What people own Walmart?
I don't know that much.
You don't know? I'll let you know. His forefathers own Walmart. Read.
And in thirst.
Read.
And in nakedness.
When you wanted to buy Jordan, Nike, Louis, Gucci, Prada, Stone Island, all these different clothes brands, who owns them?
China.
Huh?
China.
China? You sure about that? China do ship it. But what's your forefather? So-called white man?
No, Israeli.
Israeli?
Israeli.
These people are the ones who have to go to. These people. She said Israeli. There's no Israeli in the Torah. Read. It's a lot.
All right.
Read.
And in want of all things.
No matter what you want. I know it sounds rough, brother, but we have to wake up. Sometimes you gotta be shaken to waking up until we woken up. And we come out here for you. I don't get paid for coming out here. I come out here and get paid in the kingdom of heaven when you're there with me and we drinking wine, brother. Now the Most High God saying, no matter what you do, no matter what you want in life, you gotta get a car, you gotta go to his forefather. You gotta go to school, you gotta go to his people. You wanna go get a wife and marry her according to their laws, you gotta go to these people. You need toilet paper, you gotta go to these people. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Upon that what?
Upon thy neck.
Even the Northern Kingdom slaves, Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Now, didn't this happen to your people in Puerto Rico? This happened to them. Who did this? Who did this? Who? The El Blanco. This man did this to you.
Right.
Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Right.
From the end of the earth.
Read.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
Now, why do you think you're here, though? Because they were out there on your people behind. They had dogs, each cut your women's stomach open, burn you if you didn't convert to Catholicism and Christianity. Why do you think you, a descendant of these people that went through this, is here today to hear this? Why do you think you're here today? Let me show you, brother. Malachi 3:6. Let me show you something. You know why? Because us, as men, we're crooked. We turn our backs against the Most High every day, day in and day out. But the Heavenly Father made an oath to our forefather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No matter what, he's going to keep his word and give us his covenant. He's going to bring us back home, and he's going to give us back our identity. No matter how much we was acting like niggas and Hispanics, the Lord loved us so much, he gave us back an opportunity to come back to him. Read. Come on, read.
The book of Malachi,
Read.
chapter 3 and verse 6.
I'm going to show you what he said, brother.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
What did the Lord say?
For I am the Lord.
No, what's your name, brother? Arnell. Read.
For I am the Lord,
Right.
I change not.
Even when you ate pork, read.
Therefore,
Read it again.
for I am the Lord,
Right.
I change not.
Even when you was doing things against the Most High, read.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
Even when you didn't know you're from a tribe of Ephraim,
For I am the Lord, I change not.
even when you coming out here, you probably gonna get this something off. The Lord said, because I am the Lord, I'm Yahawah, I'm your power, I'm not gonna change. But you gotta come to the Lord first, brother. He's not gonna come to you first like he's your woman. You belong to him, you gotta come to him first.
Right.
Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. Let's go back. We almost done so you could go, brother. But it's very important that you hear this, man. You're not gonna get this from the Christianity church. I know they want you to go. I know they're your friends, they're probably your family, your dogs, whatever. I know. But according to the scriptures, that's not your people, man. They will never be your friends because they're the ones who rape, rob, and destroy your people.
That's
If
right.
they go out and murder you, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I might cry tonight. Right. Because you're my family, brother. You could be friends with them. I can't tell you who you can and cannot be friends with. But according to the Bible, you're commanding who you have to love, which is the people on this chart. Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far,
Read.
from the end of the earth,
Right.
as swift as the eagle flieth.
What's America's national bird? What's the Romans' national bird? You said, it's the eagle, he knows. That's his history. Behind the quarter, the eagle, the dollar, the eagle. The Lord is letting us know who is he going to send against us. Read.
A nation,
Right.
whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Your people was not speaking Spanish before they came. Your people spoke dialects of Hebrew. They taught you Spanish after they rape, rob, murder, and destroy you. Like they taught us French in Haiti. Like they made them learn patois in Jamaica.
That's right.
Read.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Read.
which shall not regard the person of the
They're
old.
not gonna care if your abuela is old and she can't go pick up what's the thing, tobacco leaves in the plantation. They're not gonna care about that. Read.
Nor show favor to the young.
Or your niño. They don't care if he's 5 years old. He gotta go bring more than your abuela. Read.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
When they came there, they took all the riches and resources of that land, man. They took everything forward from you. But the Most High God, for some reason, have you stick right here. A lot of people, they want, cool down and left. But you stayed there for a reason. And even though it sounds like I'm saying harsh things, that's love. Because I love you and I want you to come back.
I understand history.
You gotta look through the history. According to history, let's throw the Bible away.
But that doesn't make every white brother or every white sister to be like...
Do you believe that history should repeat itself, though?
Hold up. Of course history, but let him finish what he's saying.
But
and then, out of respect for
every person from descendants of those that were moving in the way that they taking over land and fucking colonizing such shit. But that doesn't make everyone behind them like necessarily those rooted people that got it done. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you started
every person that comes from a descendant of that.
That don't make them necessarily evil?
That doesn't necessarily make them
bad people?
No, that doesn't make them the people who were in charge of getting that job done.
Let me show you something. Isaiah 14:21 and Deuteronomy 32:7. Let me show you what the Heavenly Father says. Now, a lot of our people, this is how you know we're the children of the Most High God. We have so much love in us. We just want to love everybody, right? But we can't. You can't. God doesn't give us that option. He could love who? He could love his damn son until you marry in the damn in the courthouse. But you're commanded on who you have to love, which is your own people. You're commanded who you have to love. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21.
Show you what the Lord says. Read.
Prepare slaughter.
What did the Lord say?
Prepare slaughter.
Prepare slaughter. Read.
For his children.
For his what?
For his children.
Because didn't we have to get paid, punished for what our fathers did? Don't we still pay for it to this day? Is it so? It's not be unfair for God to make His chosen people go through it and not let them taste of it. They gotta know what it feels like to get your rod cut off. They gotta know what it feels like to get to be separated from their family. They gotta know what that feels like. They don't know what it feels like. That's why they can't sympathize for us. Read.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
They gotta get punished for what their forefathers did, because their forefathers play a role in destroying us and turning us up against each other, man. One day, according to the Bible, he will be a slave in the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna happen. Deuteronomy 32, verse 7. Read.